Hey guys, today we're showing you how we're going to fill 4 raised beds for the first time. There's nothing in them right now, and we're doing it in a Hügelkultur style. We've got logs that were donated to us. We've got dried leaves. We've got cow manure and soil left over. We've also got some raised bed potting mix and soil building conditioner that we'll be adding in. We've got lawn clippings, all sorts of stuff. So this is a combination of kind of a lasagna style and, like I said, Hügelkultur bed making. But this is basically just a way that we're going to set ourselves up to not having to spend much money to fill these raised beds that are going to be able to produce tons of plants in this season. So the base of the Hügelkultur bed is going to be these logs. These are a couple years old, they're pretty dry, and they're just going to fill up the first third or half of the bed. They will decompose very slowly over a long period of time, but they will actually also help develop a network of the mycorrhizal fungi that's going to be beneficial for our soil health for these raised beds. And over time, they will turn into soil. It'll take probably 10 years for that to happen. Then we've got dried leaves, and these are just another great carbon source to kind of fill up the raised bed. We'll mix these in on top of the wood and manure, and it'll just help us to fill out the bed. And basically, over time, the bed is going to compress and settle. So we will lose some space, but at least for the first season, we'll be able to have a very full raised bed. The other major item that we're going to be adding into our raised beds is this manure. And the manure is not necessarily aged or fully composted, heated up, but it's going to go deep in the bed along with the wood. Any weeds that sprout from that aren't going to be able to reach the soil surface. They're just going to hit a lot of soil and not be able to go any further. So it's going to continue to help us fill out our bed. It's a good nitrogen source, slow release. We're also going to toss in some of these grass clippings and even just these chunks of soil that we got from edging out this patio area. And we'll be adding in some of this soil that was already in one of these beds. We just took it out so that we could put it more on top. And this is a great soil to be able to plant into as well. Finally, we're going to top it off with our soil conditioner and our raised bed potting mix. And these are just basic soils we've used in the past that we really like that will help the plants grow, and that'll to make up the top layer of the garden bed. Okay, so we've got the first half of the raised beds filled. That's just about a foot. And now all we put in there is wood logs and manure. We're going to start putting on dried leaves on top of that, and then we'll get into the soil.
Hi guys, so here it's mid-April and our last frost date is probably early May, mid-May, but we're going to plant out our lettuce and we're going to direct sow our carrots into these raised beds that we just made. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do that. So these lettuces, that's 20 in mini soil blocks. So the way I'm going to plant these is I'm just going to set them where I want them before I plant them, and then I'll come back and plant them. I decided that we're going to do offset so I can fit 8 lettuce into this raised bed. So because I've got the little soil block, I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to make a little hole and I'm going to pop it in. And this soil is really nice and soft because we just filled this raised bed, so I'm not struggling with any compact soil here, which is really nice. Makes it very easy. Kind of why you use raised beds. You have a lot more control over the soil conditions. 8 lettuces, there you go. Okay, so we're going to plant carrots and we're just going to direct seed our carrots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little trench. So something about carrots is that they have to remain moist until they sprout. But you also have to sow them really shallowly, so there's a good chance that they'll dry out before they sprout, and then you just won't have any carrots. So something that people do is they'll put like 2x4s and they'll lay them on top because the soil underneath will stay moist. You know, they'll leave them on top for about a week until the seeds start to germinate, and then they'll just remove it. We don't have any 2x4s that fit, but we do have these random tiles from a different project. So I'm just going to lay them on top all the way going down, and hopefully the tiles will keep the carrot seeds moist enough so that they can germinate.
All right, guys, those are our Hügelkultur style raised beds. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions or want to share how you do it, please drop that in the comments below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to our channel to get more content like this in the future. Thanks a lot.